What up, good people? Back with today's reflection. In today's reflection, I was thinking that the amount of information that we normally get on a day-to-day basis, whether it's on TV, through the radio, word of mouth, or the primary suspect of information, which comes from our phones, social media, TikTok, whatever platform you use to get your information. And it brings me back to the book of Thessalonians, where Paul says, test everything. Not some things, not the little things, but everything that is said. And that means no matter the source. He didn't specify a source. He didn't say just test people that you don't agree with, or test the people that you don't know, or test the people that you follow. He says test everything. And what that got me to thinking about is, specifically, like, you think about investments. Everybody has these success stories of things that they're doing, and they try to employ that information onto us. And a lot of them, they mean well. I don't think they doing it, to be devious. But again, we still have to test everything, because if you think about it, you always hear the success stories. They tell you about investing in real estate, and you see the success stories of real estate. They tell you about the stock market, and you see the success stories of the stock market. They tell you about Bitcoin, and you see the success stories of Bitcoin. But rarely do people tell you the flip side, because it's always the flip side. It's always two sides to a coin, right? Nobody else, very rare do they tell you about the horror stories. Very rare do the real estate guys tell you about somebody, the contractor that ran off with their money, or a deal that went totally bust and bankrupt them. Not many tell you in the stock market about going from six figures down to zero. They don't tell you about investments that just completely just wiped them out. Some of them do. I ain't saying all of them don't, but it's a good portion that don't. And then, so Paul is letting us know, man. That's why I trust the Bible so much, because it's a good reference to anything that we're going through. Test everything, not some things.